here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and live. Good luck.
Merhabalar arkadaşlar, hoş geldiniz. Bu akşam King's College London'dan Liz ve King's College London tecrübelerini bize aktaracak olan öğrencilerimiz Şadiyen, Haluk bizlerle olacak. Lütfen sorularınızı questions bölümüne yazın. Sunum bitiminde sorularınız yanıtlanıyor olacak. Onun dışında mümkün mertebe İngilizce yazmanızı tavsiye ederim sorularınızı. Eğer Türkçe yazmak isteyen olursa da biz buradan çevirisini yapıyor olacağız. Teşekkürler. Liz, stage is yours.
Thank you. Hi everybody, my name is Liz Davis. I work at King's College London, and today we'll be talking about the International Foundation Programme. I will start the presentation and talk about the programme, King's College London, what to expect. But then I'm fortunate to have two of our past foundation students who are now studying at King's for their undergraduate degrees, Haluk and Shadiye, who are Turkish and are members of the Turkish Society on campus at King's, and they're going to talk to you a little bit at the end as well. So first of all, King's College London. So we really are an international community that serves the world. And what I mean by that is we are based right in the heart of London. We are made up of 5 campuses, all very close to each other, which I'll show you in a moment. But we're very international as well. So you do get this London advantage, which means all the resources that London has to offer, whether that be global employment opportunities, the lifestyle and culture that is available in London, as well as networking with all different types of people, both at King's College and in London itself. So we're unique in having the 5 campuses really in central London. And you will see here from the map that the red squares are where our campuses are based, and they're spread out a little bit, but it's really easy to get to each one. So we still see ourselves as offering a community feel in the city. And you will be based on the Strand campus for the foundation programme, which is where my mouse is here. And Bush House is the main building. But you'll be able to, as you can see from this photo, explore central London really easily. So we think it's a great location for studying in the UK and in London. And as I mentioned, it's an international community. We have almost 30,000 students in total at King's College London. And out of those students, over 10,000 are international students. So students from all around the world join us at King's College. So you're really getting that global experience, being able to meet other students as well as faculty from the world as well. And if you join us at King's College, you will be joining some very famous alumni. So students that have studied with us at the college before, just a few here, 15 former heads of state, 12 Nobel Prize winners, 3 First Ladies, royalty, nobility, and 24 heads of universities around the world. So we're a very prestigious university, and you will be in good company with students that have visited, that have studied at King's College before you. So the King's International Foundation Programme, the programme is your first step into your academic journey at King's College London. So we see the foundation programme as an opportunity for the best and brightest international minds to study with us and prepare for the first year and hopefully go into an undergraduate degree at King's. And as you can see by the presentation, last year, 90% of foundation students met their offer to study at King's in 2020. So what that means is you're guaranteed an offer if you meet. Sorry, I managed to mute myself for a second. So 90% met their offers to study at King's, and we give you a lot of support. So from the foundation programme, you will have help with your UCAS application to join a degree anywhere in the UK or the world. But what we're hoping is that you see this as your first step. And the way we do that is the courses that you will do at foundation level have all been designed and delivered by King's experts and King's academics. So you're getting the top quality education from the first day. And in terms of numbers, we had 560 foundation students last year. So that's the amount of students that are studying with us on the foundation programme and from all around the world. And what we offer on the foundation programme really is a safe environment to live and learn. And I will talk about the environment a little bit later. But what we mean by safe is you're coming to our campus, we offer you accommodation, and there's a lot of support as well, personalised support, coaching and advice, right from your application to the foundation programme, your enrolment on the foundation programme, but then onto your application and enrolment onto your undergraduate degree as well. And we really hope, and I'm sure it is, a very supportive atmosphere, small class sizes. You each have a personal tutor that will help you throughout your programme and then help guide you onto your undergraduate programme as well. And in terms of your student experience, just a little stat there to help you see the kind of students. So Turkish students were the third largest group on the International Foundation Programme last year. So there were a lot of Turkish students join us, as well as other students. And we see that you joining the foundation is you being a King's student from day one. So as well as it being this first step to an undergraduate degree, it's also you joining the King's community early on. New for this year, we introduced a transition week, which is your first week when you join us to help really transition to the kind of King's lifestyle and how we work. And then we offer you drop-in sessions and chats throughout the programme as well. And we also connect you to student support services and societies throughout King's. There are over 300 societies, activity groups and sports clubs that you can be involved in from day one on campus. And I'm sure Haluk and Shadiye can mention more about the Turkish Society later. But we do hope that when you join us for the foundation, you're really getting involved from day one. So we offer 8 different pathways. The These are for this coming year. So we have business management and social science, business management and maths, and economics and maths. They all provide progression onto many of our business school programs, but just a note that the business management and social science only goes through to 2 business degrees. However, the business and maths and economics and maths go to all the business degrees. So that's just something to note there. Then, as you see, we have more liberal arts and global politics pathways, as well as sciences as well. Now, to make it a bit easier to understand which pathway will be better for you, we have the foundation finder here, which is on our website, and there's a link there, and also I will write it in the chat as well. So you can use this to either find your degree by foundation course. So for example, if you know that you want to study history at undergraduate, or you know what you want to do engineering, you can put that in and it will show you which pathways lead to that degree. Or you can do it the opposite way around and select which pathway you're looking to do, and then it will show you the different degrees. And it doesn't matter which way. So for example, if you are a student that really knows they want to do engineering, great. We also have lots of students that join us for the foundation program and don't yet know which undergraduate degree they want to go on to. And we guide you with that once you're with us on the program as well. So don't worry too much about that if you are joining the foundation but haven't yet decided your plans for after. And to explain how it works, so each pathway is made up of 4 modules. Every student will take academic English, but there are 2 levels. So depending on your level of fluency, you will either take a more kind of advanced academic English or a kind of ramped up English language. So everyone will take their English, and then everyone will take a society module that will depend on which pathway you take. So either cultural society, business and society, or science and society. And this is to really help you put into context the academic side of things for the chosen subject area, and will really help you in preparation for undergraduate. And then there are pathway specific modules. So you will take 2. So for example, if you were taking global politics and social science, you take English, culture and society, global politics and social science, and it changes each time. So that's how the breakdown is. So you'll have some crossover with your fellow students, but it will really depend on the pathway you take as to which specific subject areas you will cover in your modules. And as I mentioned, we have just added a transition week, which is at the very start, where we really introduce you to the program. We also have some extra English classes in there, and that will all take place on your first week. Now, in terms of when you start, there are 2 programs in terms of start date. We have our extended foundation, which offers on top of the standard program, which starts in September. The extended foundation begins in August, and you do 5 weeks of intensive English before that. And that's for anyone with an IELTS level 5.5 or no element below 5. So that's for extra intensive English. Now, for this year, the decision has been made to run that all online. So that's 5 weeks of online intensive English, and then you would start in September on the main programme. If your IELTS is already up to level 6, then you would start in September. Now, for 21 entry, we are looking to offer a kind of optional entry. So you would either join the programme on campus in September or January, but everyone will start classes from September, but it will just depend on the delivery if you are on campus or at home. But you will make that decision whether you arrive in September or January on campus to give more flexibility with the current situation. But we hope to have you on campus in September, but if you choose January, then that is okay as well. So I'll be able to answer some questions at the end. I've seen a few pop up. So these are our entry requirements. I've only put on here the Turkish high school requirements, but I will post in the chat the IB as well, as a few have asked about that. So for all the pathways, we're asking for an overall average of 70. For some of the pathways, you have to have done certain subjects. So if you're looking at the biology and chemistry pathway, you need to have done biology and chemistry and received 70 in your final year. The same for maths for these subjects, for maths for computer science as well, and then maths and physics, overall average of 70 plus 70 minimum in maths and physics. So it just depends on which pathway you are doing as to which subjects you are needing to get that 70 in. But for every pathway, it's an overall average of 70. And as I've mentioned earlier, the IELTS as well are there for English language. Okay, so in terms of applying, now you know the entry requirements. So it's online using the application portal, and what we ask for is your personal statement, which is a statement about why you want to study at King's. And in that statement, we're really looking for why you've chosen the specific pathway, what undergraduate degree you're hoping to transfer onto or area, and also what kind of makes you stand out. What have you done? Extracurricular activities. Are you a team leader for a sport or other social activities? All those things you can talk about in your personal statement, as well as your transcripts and English. Now, the priority deadline is the 31st of March. So that is the deadline. However, if a pathway isn't full, we will keep the applications open. So we recommend that you apply by the 31st of March because you might miss out. However, applications often do remain open for some of the pathways, but we recommend applying by the 31st to be sure. We do offer some scholarships. So we have the Scholars of Tomorrow, which are for incoming students. And then we have Future Leaders, which are for foundation students going on to undergraduate study as well. So these they haven't yet been announced for 21, the exact number, but it's all on our website, and I'll share a link. and be able to share information about those soon, but we do offer some scholarships. Finally, before we kind of move on to the students talking, just a note about accommodation. So when you do join us in London, hopefully in September, you are guaranteed accommodation for up to 2 years. So that will be for your foundation year and your first year of undergraduate. And all the accommodation is centrally located, very close to the campus that you'll be studying at, close to public transport, but there are different options. It's safe and secure. You'll have swipe access and dedicated residence assistance for students under 18. There's also female-only accommodation available, if that is an option that you would like to take. So to give you an idea, again, the red are the campuses, and then these are some of our accommodations here. So they're dotted around, but we offer you a space, and you can get around really easily. So I am now going to pass on to our 2 students that are here. And whilst they are talking, I will try to respond to some of the messages in the chat that some of you have asked. But first of all, I would like to introduce Haluk. If you wouldn't mind joining us, I will go on mute. And if you'd like to chat for, 5-10 minutes, whatever you're comfortable, I'm sure the students would love to hear from you.
Thank you, Liz. It was such a brilliant presentation. Herkese iyi akşamlar. İsmim Ahmet Ölü Kırmak. Ben de aslında sizin gibi yurt dışında okumayı düşünerek giden bir öğrenciyim. İstanbul'dan gittim. Aslında Kings'deki 3. senem. Foundation yaptım. Ondan sonra şu an 2. sınıf Neuroscience öğrencisiyim. Resimde gördüğünüz, sol tarafta gördüğünüz, yani daha doğrusu ortada gördüğünüz daha çok biyomedikal bölümlerinin, sağlık bölümlerinin kampüsü olan Guy's Campus. London Bridge'in hemen yanında. Arkada gördüğünüz bina zaten Shard binası. Açıkçası birkaç tane de soru gördüm. Onu da referans vererek cevaplayayım. King's College London'ı neden diğer üniversitelere göre tercih etmelisiniz? King's College London'ın her zaman bir mottosu vardır. World Leading University diyerekten. Bu World Leading University sözü sadece marketing için kullanılmış bir söz değil. Gerçekten İngiltere'nin, Birleşik Krallığın, hatta dünyanın en prestijli üniversitelerinden biri. 2021 Dünya Üniversiteler sıralamasında dünya 31.'si olan bir üniversite. Özellikle birkaç bölümü var. Neuroscience, psikoloji, psikiyatri. Bu bölümlerde dünya 2.'si olan bir üniversite. Bu yüzden seçmeniz akademik anlamda kariyerinizde gerçekten önemli görüyorsanız sizin için önemli olacaktır. Ben tabii biraz daha kendi kariyerimden bahsedersem ki okul öğrenci olarak foundation seneniz sizin gerçekten bambaşka bir ülkede, bambaşka bir eğitim sistemine başladığınız yılda size gerçekten ilaç gibi olan bir sene. Çünkü yeni bir akademik sistemi öğreniyorsunuz. Essay yazmanın, üniversitedeki hocalarınızın beklediği şekilde essay yazmayı öğreniyorsunuz. Personal statement yazmayı öğreniyorsunuz. Sunum yapmayı öğreniyorsunuz. Laboratuvarla uğraşıyorsunuz. Bu konuda gerçekten önemli bir sene. Özellikle akademik İngilizce dersinizdeki hocalarınız sizi sadece İngilizcenizi düzeltmekle kalmayıp bölümünüzün de kullanacağınız kilit kelimeler olsun, cümle şekilleri olsun, makale yazarken nasıl tabirlerle hitap edeceğiniz olsun. Bunları gerçekten çok uzmanlıkla anlatan kişiler. Birçok makalenizi, birçok İngilizcenizi düzeltmeniz için çok önemli tavsiyeler veriyorlar. Zaten diğer bölümleriniz, ben Biology and Chemistry pathway'ini yaptım. Hem biyolojide hem kimyada gerçekten üniversitenin en değerli hocalarıyla çalışıyorsunuz. Ayrıca yıl içerisinde size undergraduate'da, lisans bölümünde seçebileceğiniz bölümlerle alakalı kariyer günleri tarzında session'lar yapılıyor. Üst sınıflardan öğrenciler sizlere tanıtım yapıyor, ders verebiliyor. Farklı profesörler derslerinize misafir olarak girip üniversitede lisans dersleri nasıl işleyebileceğine dair biraz böyle küçük öneriler ve ön gösterim yapabiliyor. Sağ tarafta gördüğünüzde benim Covid olmadan önceki son laboratuvarım. Yaklaşık bir senedir laboratuvarlara giremiyorum. Benim bölümüm çok laboratuvar ağırlıklı olsa da Foundation'dan başlayarak aşırı derecede hangi bölümünüzle birlikteyseniz o bölümle alakalı fazlasıyla hani satisfied olabileceğiniz konuda içeriklerle ve dokümanla haşır neşir oluyorsunuz. Foundation'da kimya ve biyolojiden bir sene içerisinde ayrı ayrı 6'şar laboratuvara girdim. 2 tane ayrıyeten sizin görebileceğiniz laboratuvar seansına girdim. Bu konularda gerçekten üniversite olabildiğince öğrenciyi hazırlıyor lisans döneminde ve böylelikle yabancılıkta çekmiyorsunuz. Görebileceğiniz her şeyi görüyorsunuz. Biraz daha kültürel ve sosyal kısmından kısaca bahsetmem gerekirse, üniversitenin King's College London Students Union adında bir öğrenci birliği var. Bu bir öğrenci birliğinde 300'den fazla grup bulunmakta. Bu gruplar spor grupları, kültürel gruplar ve derslerinizin bulunduğu gruplar var. King's College London Turkish Society'de kültürel gruplar arasında okulun en büyük gruplarından bir tanesi. Ayrıca Birleşik Krallık'ta bulunan da en büyük Türk öğrenci topluluğu. Bu konuda da hani herhangi bir arkadaş bulma veya insan tanıma sorunu da çekebilmeniz mümkün değil. Zaten Liz'in bahsettiği gibi aşırı diverse bir ortamımız var. Yüzlerce farklı ülkeden, yüzlerce farklı background'dan insanlarla bir arada olarak tamamen çok kültürlü bir ortamda ders görüyorsunuz ve bu sizi aslında tamamen hayata hazırlıyor. King's College London'ı seçmenizin en önemli sebebi şu diyebilirim. Hem akademik kariyerim hem sosyal hayatım nasıl ilerler diye düşünüyorsanız bunu King's College London'da çok güzel bir şekilde görebiliyorsunuz. Ben sözü daha fazla uzatmadan Şadiye'ye vermek istiyorum. Eğer sorularınız olursa cevaplamaya çalışırım. Teşekkürler.
Herkese iyi akşamlar. Umarım sesim güzel geliyordur. Emin değilim ama. Ben en başta kendimi tanıtarak başlayayım. Şadiye Serin adım. Geçen sene Foundation programı yaptım. International Relations and Politics gördüğünüz üzere. Ben de hala şu şekilde katılıyorum. Geçen sene yaptığım Foundation programının benim için ne kadar önemli olduğunu aslında şu an 1. sınıfta eseylerimi yazarken, dersleri toparlamaya çalışırken çok fazla yararını gördüğümü fark ediyorum. Öyle söyleyeyim. Ya şöyle, ya bunu açıklamak bir tık zor oluyor. Çünkü ben de sizin yerinizde oldum. Aynı şekilde aynı süreçlerden geçtim. O yüzden hem biraz stresli hem de ne yapacağınızı bilmediğiniz bir dönemdesiniz. Bunu çok iyi anlıyorum. Herkes gibi, arkadaşım gibi. Çok gerçekten kolay olmayan bir durum. Ama şunu söyleyeyim, Foundation programına girdiğiniz anda, Londra'ya geldiğiniz anda Kings'in size verdiği, size sunduğu servisler o kadar kaliteli ve ihtiyacınıza yönelik ki bunun boşluğunu hiç çekmeyeceğinize sizi garanti edebilirim diye düşünüyorum. Kings'de yardıma ihtiyacınız olduğunuz zaman size yardım edecek bir sürü insan var. Kendi personal tutor'unuz oluyor, hocanız. Size her daim yardım etmekle yükümlü olan biri. Sizin derslerinizi ve akademik hayatınızı, aynı zamanda Londra'daki yaşamınızı takip etmek durumunda olan biri. Onun dışında mentörünüz var. Mentörünüz de sizinle aynı bölümü okuyan ama 2. sınıf olan biri. Sizinle tecrübelerini paylaşıyor. Bir öğrenci perspektifinden görmüş oluyorsunuz. Sorularınızı ona sorabiliyorsunuz. Aynı zamanda departmanınızın mail adresleri oluyor. Bunun dışında biz de Turkish Society olarak, ben Turkish Society'nin bu seneki başkan yardımcısıyım. Türk öğrencilere elimizden geldiğince yardım sağlamaya çalışıyoruz. Biraz kendi bölümümden bahsetmek gerekirse ben uluslararası ilişkiler okuyorum. War Studies Departmanı'nda, Savaş Bilimleri Departmanı. Dünyadaki tek War Studies Departmanı zaten. Ve gerçekten aldığınız kalite ve size sunulan dersler ve modüller gerçekten yani alabildiğinizin en iyisi. Hocalarınız tamamen bu konunun expertleri. O konuda yani gerçekten hiçbir ikilem, hiçbir şey yaşamadım ben Kings'i seçerken. Çünkü gerçekten çok spesifik bir şey istiyorsanız Kings bunun için çok mükemmel bir yer, öyle söyleyebilirim. Aynı zamanda da Haluk'un da bahsettiği gibi öğrenci grupları ve sosyal hayatta çok aktif olan bir okul. Her şekilde ne istediğinize yönelik her şekilde bir kulüp bulabiliyorsunuz. Asla sıkılmıyorsunuz. Kampüs sürekli olan bir event, sürekli dönen bir aktivite var. O yüzden hiç sıkılmazsınız, hiç yani acaba arkadaş bulamam falan diye düşünmezsiniz. O konuda da sizi yine temenni edebilirim diye düşünüyorum. Böyle. Bir sorularınız varsa yanıtlamaktan memnuniyet duyarım.
Thank you both of you. So I have been trying to answer some of the questions in the chat. Quite a few of you have asked about the entry requirements. So I have posted a link to a document that shows both the IB and the entry requirements for that, which we do accept for a couple of our pathways, and also the Turkish entry requirements on there as well. I will have a little look and see. So I think I have had a couple of questions about law, and I haven't seen any, but I'm sure medicine as well. So just a note on those two kind of pathways and degrees. So if you're interested in law, you would take our global politics and social science pathway. However, we just like to note that for that you have to take an additional test in order to proceed on to the undergraduate law degree at King's College, and that happens quite soon after you've started on the foundation. The same is for medicine. You also have to take a test as well. This is for any medical or law program in the UK. And those are done quite soon. And we can offer you a bit of support, but you will have just started. And also for medicine, the application deadline for the undergraduate programs is October, and you will have just started in September. So there are just some extra things to think about if you are looking for medicine or law. In terms of where most of our students continue on to, a lot of our students go to the business school through the business pathways, but then we have students go on to many of the different programs as well.
Liz, sorry. By the way, if you prefer, we can choose. We have so many questions. That's why if we do upwards, if you click on upwards, you will see the most upvoted questions in the app.
Yes. Okay, let's have a look at these. So there's a few questions about master's programs. So I don't have much information about the kind of master's level. This is mainly about the foundation program to lead on to the undergraduate. But what I will do is post some links in the chat to the various levels, and you should be able to access information about applying to those programs as well. The most top upvoted is does having both Turkish and IB make a difference? So if you are taking IB, it does limit the foundation programs that you can apply to. But we do accept IB for our undergraduate degree programs. So it depends on which pathway you are interested in, and whether you want to apply for the foundation or go through to undergraduate. but the Turkish high school qualification, you are required to take foundation at first. And I have sent a link, but I'll send it here as well, so that you can see what I mean by that. So it's on a big spreadsheet with each of the pathways and what is required. So I've put that there. Okay. So in terms of scholarships, one of the questions here, do we get scholarships if we know the languages and have different certificates? So that will definitely help, and we really recommend you apply for the scholarships. The entry is it's actually part of it is a video. So we're looking for students that are really you know, outgoing, high achieving, and really want to get involved. So all of those things that you mentioned will help, and we definitely recommend applying to both the scholarship for the foundation program, and then also the scholarship for joining the undergraduate program as well. And then there's a couple of questions about scholarships, and as I said, they haven't been fully confirmed for this current cohort for 2021. We usually offer around 10 per year. However, the exact number is being confirmed, and we should be able to update our website very soon about that. So in terms of, I have a question about oh, Haluka's answered for it. Thank you. So about the kind of employment after King's College. So King's College is a very prestigious university, both in the UK and the world. So kind of obtaining a degree from King's College London is very attractive to employers. But we don't just want to rest on the brand name of King's College. So there is a lot of help and support throughout your foundation and then degree program about the kind of employment and where you want to go with your career. And as I mentioned at the beginning, London is such a hub for jobs and opportunities. So whilst you're located in London, you have a real opportunity to network, and King's College itself welcomes businesses, both local and international, to come and talk about the different job opportunities there are and give students the opportunity to network and then apply for those jobs as well. So it's definitely high rates of graduating students going into jobs, and as Haluk has written, I believe if you go on the undergraduate programs, you can see statistics on there to see specifically. Can you talk about the fees of the accommodation? So have a look at the accommodation page. So there are a few different types, and I will post the link and you should be able to see the different options on there. So there are a few quite specific questions. So what I will do, I will post my email on there. So if anyone wants to ask me specific questions, I can help, because I know there are lots and lots of questions coming through. But hopefully we have been able to answer quite a few. And what I'll do, I will take a moment to try and go through them and answer them on there, if that's okay. So I'll go on mute and off camera and try to answer some questions.
Hi, Liz.
Hello.
Hello. We have some new questions. Did you complete your replies? Do you need any help?
There are lots and lots of questions. So, and some of them are quite specific that I won't be able to answer straight away. So I'm getting lots of questions about not just the foundation program and our master's programs and kind of entry onto different programs, which I don't have the answers to right now. But I can definitely get the answers to kind of after this session, if that works. But there's quite a few questions about kind of entry onto master's level, scholarships for master's programs and such.
Okay, thank you so much. It was a great presentation. It was very informative. Just let me thank to also attendees in Turkish. Katılan herkese çok teşekkür ederiz. Liz mümkün mertebe kendi alanıyla ilgili olan soruları yanıtladı. Aynı zamanda Haluk Bey ve Şadiye Hanım, size de çok teşekkür ederiz. Daha başka sorularınız olursa chat box'ta ben hemen kontrol edeyim. Liz, could you please leave your email address to chat box if students would like to ask any questions to you later on?
Yeah, no problem. So that's my email address. Sorry if I didn't get to your question. We had so many in the box, but please do send them on email. And then also the information here for Haluk and Shadiye in the Turkish Society. Do follow them on Instagram or send them an email as well, and I'm sure they can help. But if you have specific questions about the college or the entry requirements and the program structure, then send those to my email and I'll be happy to help after this.
Thank you so much again. Hope to see you at IEFT Talks again. Bu arada arkadaşlar yarın da webinarlarımız devam edecek. Saat 4'te ve 6'daki webinarlarımıza da bekleriz. Tekrar teşekkür ederiz katıldığınız için. İyi akşamlar diliyoruz herkese. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you.